All right. This evening, it is July 18th, 2023. My name is John Carrigan. I moderate the BYOB Trading Room, aka Be Your Own Boss. And I want to welcome everybody here this evening. I want to thank you for taking your time to join me in this webinar. Tonight, we're going to discuss trading plans. But before we start with the trading plans, I just want to recognize that over here, we have, if you scroll up, there is a disclaimer. And it says basically that everything being discussed tonight is for educational purposes. You need to do your own due diligence. Okay, so make sure you understand the disclaimer. If you scroll up, you'll see that there. We also, if you scroll up a little further, there is trial offers for BYOB. That's my room. There's one for hit and run candlesticks and one for right way options. If you scroll up a little bit further, you can see there is, this is my YouTube channel right here. I hope you go there and subscribe. And if you scroll up a little bit further than that, there is a live trading alerts scanner. And there is a voucher there where you can get a 14-day free trial. Just click on the link. No strings attached if you want to read that. So I want to let everybody know about that. Okay, so the other things in here tonight. If you come up here on your chat screen, you hit files. Right here, this is my email address. Okay, if you need to email me for anything, even if you're not my member or a member of BYOB Trading, you're welcome to email me. That's my email address. It's right there. You can just download it or just copy it right off. Tonight's files are going to be right in here. There will be a bearish trading plan and a bullish trading plan. So we got both of those. The webinar tonight, the podcast is being recorded. We will put the recording in the members section. And I think we can also add it to the YouTube account, which is right here. So you'll be able to go back and listen to it at any time. So I'm going to move that out of the way. And let me move this and move that. And we're going to talk about trading plans. Let me move this over. All right, so I've been trading for about 20 years. I've been successful probably these last 5 years. Before that, it was off and on. And I was a good trader in my early years. I did have some struggles. The biggest thing was commissions. Commissions would eat me up. And since Robinhood came around and then reduced it to commission-free trading, I've been doing a whole lot better, not giving away, $6.79 or 99 cents every time I want to enter and exit a trade. So I've been doing very well these last 5 years. Thanks, Val. And I want to tell you, I experience all the demons that every one of you will experience as a beginning trader, as an amateur trader, and even as a professional trader. I've experienced all of it. I've gone through the whole cycle. I went through the cycle of, hey, look, all I got to do is just buy the bottom. And when it goes up, I can sell it and make money. And I went through the whole top picking and bottom picking thing. And I figured out that I'm not very good at top picking and bottom picking. And then I started to trade the middle. And then there's the middle struggle where if you have to put on enough share size just to trade the middle. So then that becomes a struggle dealing with oversized positions. Now, 92% of day traders and traders fail because they have no plan. Okay. And even if they do have a plan, they don't follow their plan. Okay. Because you could have a plan, but what good is that plan if you're not going to follow it every day and you couldn't tell me if that plan's working or not? So the biggest struggle to me is they don't follow their plan. And then after following their plan, you also need to make a record of your performance. Because even after let's say you followed your plan, you went through all the trouble of creating your plan and you follow your plan, but you have no accounting for how each trade actually worked, you can't even help yourself. So what is a trading plan? That's a great question. So a trading plan should outline when to start your trade, how to manage your trade, and when to exit your trade. And then you need to document how it went. Carol, it's not a link. You just have to type it in, john@byobtrading.com. Yeah, it's not a link. It's just a poster stating that that's my email address. Okay. So a lot of times you want to beware of there was a link for my email and it didn't work. I'm not sure about that. We'll just have to touch base with Rick and see if we can get that fixed. But anyways, there's a workaround. All you got to do is type it in, right? So when you want to trade, when market conditions are favorable for your trades, and now we've got, would you really want to trade when CPI is coming out in the morning? Do you really want to trade when Jerome Powell is going to speak in the afternoon? Do you really want to trade stocks that have earnings events in the mornings or later that evening? Do you really want to be holding a position in something that's going to experience high volatility? So these are things that you want to have in your plan so that you can define when you want to enter a trade and when you want to exit your trade and how you want to manage it along the way. So let me slide that down. So my favorite trade, okay, this is mine, and this is called the BYOB 10-minute setup. I trade a 10-minute chart. I find a stock with an uptrend. That's if the market is currently bullish, or in a downtrend if the market is currently bearish. When the 3 EMA crosses on top of the 8 EMA over VWAP, that's volume weighted moving average price, I take that stock and I go long. And when the 3 EMA crosses back under the 8 EMA, or it hits my target or produces an exhaustion candle, and then I close out my trade and take my profit or my loss, and I don't go short just because it crossed underneath it. Okay. So, and then vice versa, when the 3 EMA crosses under the 8 EMA in a bearish market or a weak market, in a bearish or weak stock, I sell it or go short until the 3 EMA crosses back over the top of the 8 EMA, or it hits my target, or we get an exhaustion candle is produced. And I try to trade. I don't like to trade earnings events. I don't like to trade economic events. I kind of sit on the sidelines for the most part and just manage my positions during those times. So that's my trade right there. I'm a day trader. I'm a pattern day trader. I look for patterns. And that's what I do. Now, when the market, let's just start out with let me just get this up here. So here's my trading plan. In a nutshell, not everything is there. You can tweak it to where it fits something that you like to use. You might be a swing trader. You might want to substitute some of these things that say daily with a 3-bar chart or a weekly chart. So for me, I have some bullish minimum requirements. And for me, the stock chart, I like the stock that I'm going to trade. I like it to be in an uptrend or moving up, as defined as 3 consecutive clean, meaning no wicks, shadows, tails, or bodies attached to the 17 EMA on the daily chart. Okay, so that would be defined as three green trend indicator balls, as long as those daily candles are not attached to the trend indicator. So that's the first minimum requirement. Second one, T2122 on the 15-minute chart is above the 50% line, and it's moving up. So let me just slide this off to the side, and we're going to go look at the T2122. Now, this is how I have mine set up. Now, this is the 4-week new high, new low ratio. So when we're getting more new highs, we're up here. When we're getting more new lows, new 4-week lows, it winds up coming down here. This area up here between 90 and 100 represents an overbought area. This area above the 50-yard line or the 50% line or the 50 represents a buy zone. This would be bullish. I like to buy when it's in these 2 areas right here. Or it could be in this area, but it has to be moving up. In other words, I monitor this on a 15-minute time frame, and I look for higher lows and higher highs. You can see right here, we got higher lows and higher highs right through here. And then we came back and opened up this day. We made a higher low from here, not from there, but it was a higher low from here. And then we started to make more higher lows throughout the day. So I monitor this one right here, T2122 on a 15-minute time frame, and I'm looking for higher lows and higher highs on the linear chart. All right, now if it's moving from the chop zone, from the 50, and it's moving back towards the buy zone, I will take a long trade. Now, if it starts to meander down in here in this chop zone, and it's not making higher lows and higher highs, then I'm not inclined to take a long trade at that time. But if it moves swiftly right through it, I will take the long trade. So what does it mean to see it when it's moving up? So here it is. It's coming down. It came down. It opened up here, and it's continuing to move up. So that fits my parameters. Came down here, opened up this day, and it's moving up. So I can go long. So that's my T2122. That's just one of my indicators. All right. Now the other indicators, T2123. All right. So that one's this one right here. And this is the cumulative 4-week new high, new low right here. So this is actually has a price attached to it. And as long as this is the 17 EMA, as long as these trend indicator balls are green, as long as I got 3 green ones in consecutive green trend indicator balls, I can go long. So I like this 15-minute to have at least 3 consecutive green trend indicator balls. And I want to see price moving up. All right, so you can see price moving up. It's moving sideways here, and then it continues to move up, and the trend indicator still continues to stay green. So that's another one of my parameters. The next one would be T2123. This is on the 3-bar. You can use the hourly or the 3-bar, either one. But again, I also like at least 3 of these trend indicator balls to also be green. I don't want to be going long when the market is falling down. So there's the T2123. The other one, and this one's a little bit tricky, but it's really not. This is the FNGU. Okay, now this has been known. I've seen many days where the products of the FNGU will rally and the market, the rest of the 6,000, 7,000 stocks won't even move. Okay, so I've seen days where the other 6,000 or 7,000 stocks would move up, or most of them would move up. But if the FNGU stayed flat, the market really did not move that much at all. So this is the FNGU. I like to see at least 3 15-minute green trend indicator balls on the FNGU. I like to see some momentum of bullishness because this can control the market. The products within the FNGU are very heavily weighted in the SPY and in the QQQ. So they tend to jerk the market around very easily in the FNGU. So here's a picture of, well, the FNGU today. And if you notice, it's not too much different other than the beginning of the day than the SPY for today. So here's the S&P 500 right there. You notice now the SPY started off a little bit earlier than the FNGU, but for the most part, they finished out the day looking almost the same. There's the SPY, there's the FNGU. So for me, I don't even need to look at the SPY or the IWM. I just want to know that my T2122 is working, my T2123 is working, and then this guy right here, I just want to know that he's working on my side. So that's my parameters. So FNGU hourly chart is above the 17 EMA and moving up, defined as 3 green trend indicator balls. Now you can use the hourly chart or you can use the 3-bar. You can use whichever one you choose. Okay, now I don't participate in any post-market or pre-market trading. I know people that do, and they're very successful at it. For me, I stay away from it. This is my plan. I'm sharing it with you. I found success with this plan, and you're welcome to take it, tweak it, change it, make it whatever you want to, but you will leave here if you choose to download it with a trading plan today that works. It works for me. I like the daily 50-day average for volume. I want it to be greater than, says 1 million. I like 2 million. So I like a stock or an indice, anything that has 2 million or more. I'm going to change that right now. You can change it on yours if you wish. And then I also like stocks that are, because I day trade, I like stocks that are over $10. I don't want to mess around with too many $3 and $5 stocks. I want something that's going to move like a buck or something. So now my action plan is I buy the stock. Okay, when the 3 EMA crosses above the 8 EMA over VWAP line on the 10-minute chart. All right. Now, what happens if the cross happens below the VWAP? Then I enter on the first clean candle over VWAP. It just can't be a doji and it can't be a reversal candle. Right there. That's my entry. All right. I don't risk any more than 20% of my account on each position, and I'll hold no more than 4 positions. Now I've advanced that. I have more than 4 positions, and I also risk a lot less than 20%. But that's just me. But this is what got me in the winner's circle to begin with. So I want to share it with you. If price is above the 70, I may use a 10 DTE directional in the money call. I don't care where it is. It's just got to be in the money. All right. Now it's not going to make any sense if you buy a $60 way in the money call, because it's going to defeat the purpose. You might as well have just bought the stock. So at that point, you want to think about the reason you're using calls is for leverage. So you really don't want to go into so deep in the money that you're spending $60 per share on a $70 per share stock. So I like a open interest, greater than 700. I don't like to mess around with anything less than 500, really. I have been known to do it, but I really prefer over 700. And if they're over $70, I like to use calls and puts instead. It just makes sense because I got more capital to play around with. Now I manage my trades on a 15-minute time frame. So when the 3 crosses back under on the 15, I close it out. All right, if it hits a target, I close it out. If it produces an exhaustion candle, I close it out. And sometimes I take wins and sometimes I get losses. I close the position right there. Yeah, I just put that in there. And I like to add to the position on the first red 2-minute candle above my position. So over my entry, I have a side chart with the 2-minute. If I get a red candle on a bullish move, I can add to my position on that red candle, as long as it gets ignored. That's all. So there's my bullish minimum requirements right there. So I'm going to head back to the chat, hit the screens, and the green dots. What is the FNGU? FNGU it's about 10 stocks, Mike, and all 10 stocks are big heavyweights. In the SPY and in the QQQ. I could probably pull that up for you if you want to see that. Let me see what I've got on my desktop here. I can give you a list of what's in the FNGU. And trading. I think this is an old list. I think if it still has Twitter on it, it's an old list. And Twitter's not on it. So this is the updated list. Okay, so you can see you got Meta, Tesla, Nvidia, AMD, Netflix, Apple, Amazon, Snowflake. I don't know how that got on there. Microsoft and Google. Obviously, Snowflake's going to be a big mover. So there's the holdings for the FNGU. It's like an ETF. It's just a basket of stocks that trade together as one product called the FNGU. And this is their weight within the FNGU. They're even weighted inside of this product. South Bay, do I care that weighting of the SP as a balanced at the end of the week? Yes, I do care, but I'm mainly a price action player. I will play accordingly. I will continue to play 10-minute uptrends when the market is bullish, and I will continue to play 10-minute downtrends when the market is bearish. An exhaustion candle, if I could show you one, if I had one, I would show you one. This would be a sign of exhaustion. See how price rockets up here on the FNGU and then falls back down all day long. All it does is fall all day long. That would be an exhaustion candle right there. That's the FNGU trying to dig out, a new all-time high right there. So let me take this, zoom to it. See that? Where you go all the way up like that, and then it just falls back down. So here they are, they're grinding up, and then they put all their energy in, and then they just kind of like let it free fall back. And Warrior, what do the little green dots? The little green dots are the 17 EMA. All right. When price is over the 17 EMA, the dots turn green. When price is under the 17 EMA, in other words, it closes underneath it, the dot will turn red. Now, if you don't have T2122, okay, this T2122, it's the 4-week new high, new low ratio. So what it's saying is 94% of the stocks are making 4-week new highs as compared to making new lows. All right. That's what it is. 4-week new high, new low ratio. And that's measuring all the stocks in the New York Stock Exchange. Okay. And they're not weighted when they do that. It's just all of them in the New York Stock Exchange. So there's the T2122. Now you might not have T2122. you might choose to use the MACD or an RSI or some other kind of indicator of your preference. This is what I choose. This works for me. I like it because I'm able to pick up on the little nuances within the day of the higher highs and the higher lows. They give me the confidence to go long and to go short. And Dumpling, do I mind showing you the previous slide one more time? Which one was it, Dumpling? Mel, I don't know of one, but I know on Facebook, one of my friends has tried to recreate it. His name is, forget his name. I think it's Sanchez, or his last name is Sanchez. He's a contributor on. If you go to Facebook, Hit and Run Candlesticks group, he's in there. Let me see if I can find him. I don't know if I can or not. I'm not going to be able to get in right now. Okay. Where do I find T2122? It's only a product that's put out by TC2000, Mike. Do I look at the higher time frame for confirmation? I'm a 10-minute trader. Yeah, I do. If you read my my trading plan, it said I look for daily confirmation. Let me pull up my trading plan again. Right here. All right, I want a stock with a daily uptrend. Okay, now why I'm a 10-minute trader. Why would I want a stock with a daily uptrend? For me, it makes sense. All right, because let's just go back. Let's just look at the SPY. Okay, SPY's in a daily uptrend. I'll go over here to the daily. All right, because the trend indicator balls are green. It's in an uptrend channel. So wouldn't you think inside of all these daily candles moving up, there's going to be several 10-minute uptrends? You know what I'm saying, Raju? Don't you think there'll be at least several 10-minute uptrends within all those daily candles? If the larger time frame is rising, there's got to be some smaller time frames, several 10-minute trades within those larger candles that are moving up. Okay. Yeah, Sanchez, that's his last name. Yeah, always look at the higher time frame for confirmation. So do it. Not sure what your question means, Raju. Both daily and 10 in green. Yeah, yes. I want both the daily and the 10-minute in green. I don't want to be buying red. And yes, I do trade stock options a lot. Yes, I do. Matter of fact, I trade a lot of SPY calls and puts. Because it's $400, it makes sense for me to buy the calls and puts. Now, when you come to my room, if you're ever in my room, you can ask anybody. You see every trade I take. It's in a demo account, all right? It's taken in real live time right there at the same bid and ask that's available to you. Okay? It's taken in right live in front of you. The same bid and ask that's available to me is the same one that's available to you. I take every single trade right in front of you. I don't hide anything. Every single trade is listed right there. Every minute. I don't ever hide that. It's there for everyone to see. I win some and I lose some. I do a lot more winning than I do losing, but I'm exposed. I don't hide anything. It's all there for you to see. I don't do anything that you can't do with your normal account. All right. Now I can do spreads. You might not be at level 3, but all you got to do is ask for it. And you could be at level 3 if you want to do level 3 spreads. Do I trade spreads? I love to trade spreads. You won't, Mike, you know when I like to trade spreads? When I see a W pattern or an M pattern, and I know there's going to be a battle at the apex. Well, thanks, Devendra. Thank you. And I know there's going to be a battle, and all I want to do is sell time. I put on a spread. Yeah. I don't hide anything. I want every one of my traders to succeed. Matter of fact, I closed down today and I told everybody, if you're not making money, email me. That's it. Just email me. I haven't got an email. I told everybody in the room before I signed off today, if you're not making money, email me. We need to get it fixed. People in my room are going to make money. That's it. All right. We take a 10-minute trade. Several trades we've taken today. What did we take? eBay. We took eBay today on the 10-minute. All right. I told you, this is my trade, 10-minute right there. You can see, here's the 10-minute. Here's the cross. You can even see the buys. See the buys that I take? Okay. So look at the daily chart. This is just me, just for today. It's in a daily uptrend. The market was bullish. The FNG was bullish. Okay. Here's the trend line. I see it bouncing off this gold trend line right there, eBay. I go to the 10-minute chart. All right. That brown line right there, that's VWAP. All right. So price is up over VWAP. I start to buy. And I buy. I buy the dips. And then I reload some more. Right there. And then price closed up here, 48.03. I'm still in it. Right there, because I manage on the 15, but I actually I chose to manage this one on a larger time frame because I see a bigger move up. And if I take the loss, I'll gladly take the loss for trying to do this, because I know I can make money on other trades. What other trades they take? Pins. I took pins today. Bought down here, sold up there. I buy and sell all day. See TLT. This is one I shorted. See the breakdown right here. Let me zoom in for that for you so you can see that. All right, this is something I took today, right in front of everybody. You got a 10-minute cross underneath VWAP, right there. Okay, so I sold. Then I started covering. Then I reload. Then I cover. Then I reload. Then I cover some more. Then I reload. And it came all the way down. You can see all the buys. I just closed it out down here. And this is me reloading on for another entry, for another ride down. Now, why did I sell that short? Let's take a look at the bigger time frame. I know I got it here somewhere. There it is. All right. Take a look at the daily chart. There's a downtrend right there. Okay. And price came into contact with that downtrend line. That's why I sold it short. Just like that. Do I articulate? No, I just leave it right up on the screen. If you're in my chat room, all you got to do is take this magnifying glass and just magnify it up if you want to see what I'm doing. And you can see it all right there. Some people say they have no problem. I'm sorry you can't see it, but the magnifying glass does work because I can read that right here, right now. Now let's hit the bearish. Let's look at the bearish trading plan. All right. So here's my bearish trading plan. Now all we're going to do is we're just going to reverse it. All right. Instead, we're looking for a stock chart that's in a daily downtrend and moving down. As defined, 3 consecutive clean. When I say clean, I mean I don't want any wicks, any shadows, any tails, or any bodies attached to that 17 EMA. All right. All right. I want 17 clean daily candles below the 17 EMA trend indicator, defined as 3 red trend indicator balls. All right. I want my T2122 15-minute chart. I want it below the 50% line. So instead of above on my T2122, I want it coming down here and moving down. Okay? That's what I want. I want it coming down here and moving down. All right? And then the next one, I want my T2123 below. So I want the trend indicator to be red on this one. Okay, so I want my trend indicator, instead of being green, I want it to look like this back here where it's red. And the trend indicator and prices underneath the 17 EMA. All right. And then on my hourly chart or my 3-bar, you can choose the hourly or the 3-bar, like the T2123, to be red. All right. So I got a market that's moving down with a stock that's moving down because the big boys are going to put pressure on the little boys to move down. They're going to carry a lot of weight. That's why they're called weighted stocks. So then I also want my FNGU to be below my 17 EMA. So I come over here and I punch in my FNGU. And I'm going to move it to my 15. And I want it to be red on my 15-minute chart. And pull my bearish thing back up here. Trying to drag it back over. All right, so the same thing. I don't participate in any post or pre-market. And then I also like the average volume to be 2 million. It says 1. I like 2. 2 million. And price is greater than 10. All right. Because I don't like to mess around with stocks, especially if I'm shorting. I really actually prefer 20 if I'm going to short. All right. So the action is I sell short the stock when the 3 EMA crosses below the 8 EMA, below VWAP on the 10-minute chart. If the cross happens below VWAP, or excuse me, if the cross happens above, change that to above VWAP, then I enter on the first candle under VWAP. Just can't be a doji or a reversal. I managed to trade on a 15. I find that the 15 keeps me in those trades longer. The whole trick to trading is to let your winners run and cut your losers short. All right. So let the winners run. So I like the 15 because it allows me to stay in the position longer. The difference, I trade a little bit different, as you can see on CTLT right here. I'm not afraid to short again and short again and short again and short again and short again. I don't take one position and hold it till the end of the day. I'm constantly, every time it goes down, I'm taking profits and then I'm reloading. It goes down, I take profits and then I reload. I'm like a market maker, okay? I'm doing the same thing the market maker does. The only thing is, I don't know where he's going. He already knows where he's going, okay? So every time it goes down, I'm taking profits. On the pullbacks, I'm reloading. And I just do this all day long. So I'm adding to it and adjusting my position all day till it gets to my destination. And you can see right here, I knew that was the end as I closed it out, made profit, and then just reloaded on this back up. So again, I manage these trades on the 15, and I like to stay in them longer when I'm on the 15. Okay, I don't risk more than 20% of my account on each position. In other words, 20% of my buying power, my account. That way I have like almost 100% of my buying power left over. I hold no more than 4 positions when I started out. I may add to the position on the first, actually green candle on the 2-minute chart below my position. Again, if the price is above $70, I use 10 DTE directional puts with open interest greater than 700. They're in the money puts, all right? I don't do any of the out of the money puts. I do sometimes, but when I was first starting out to gain most of my success, I used in the money puts. It's much safer. And then I take profits in the weakness, and I close the position when the 3 crosses back above the 8. So you can see right here, this was in the exhaustion. Now the 3 crosses back over the 8. The trade's over, but I'm reloading for the next day. So all right, any questions on that? Does everybody understand it? I'm going to scroll back up. Do I usually start, okay, JPS, I usually start has a day trade and then switch to a swing trade if the trend is strong in the end of day? Yes. Yes, I try to hold some to swing it the next day. Yeah, it doesn't have a whole lot of volume. CTLT, 700, not the volume, the open interest. I don't ever measure the volume on a how do I say it, on an option, because it's meaningless. It's the open interest that is most important to me, Carol. And yes, it's being recorded, Alpha Dog. Do I have a list of stocks I trade? Yeah, it's called the U.S. Common Stocks. All of them over $10. Those right there, all of them over $10. That's my list. Yes, Warrior, all day. On this one, the trend provided me the opportunity to cover, reload, cover, reload, cover, reload. That one, they don't all work out like that, but that's typically the way that I play them. I do trade options, Jack. This one was under 60, so I had shares, so I just chose to trade shares on this one. I like to trade options when they're over 60, but the options have got to be right for me. I don't want something that's going to have a huge spread. You know what I'm saying, Jack? When they open it up and it's like $1.25 for it, you know, and I'm trying to buy a $60 stock, like I don't know what I traded. There was something in there that was 60 today. I forget what I was looking at. I wish I could find it for you. Yeah, when the spread opens up like AVGO, I like that one. But the spread is almost like $2 on AVGO sometimes. Sometimes $3. And then the intrinsic value, it's very little intrinsic value because they've got the they've got the option so overpriced because it's such a big mover. Like, because this can move. I mean, this one can move. You can see right here, it can move from 86 to 210, almost 20 something dollars, you know, inside of 6.5 hours. So it's tough sometimes. These blue dots, that is a buy work order right there. That's a buy order to buy AVGO. The green dots right here, this right there, that's my 17 EMA. Are you referring to this down here, Warrior? Somebody asked me something about TC2000. With TC2000, what's the minimum service plan you need? I think it's silver, Raju. I think you can pick up silver, and if you're a military or education, you can get it for less. I think you can get gold for the price of silver, I believe. Right now, I carry gold with a live feed for stocks and options, and it winds up being about $55 right here. This is what I carry. I got real-time options and real-time stock, and it's $29.99 a month. Thanks, Rob, for sharing that with Warrior. That's very kind of you. Vern, I don't even keep a journal anymore because I've been doing it so long. I'm mostly just reactive most of the time. I do have a list of all my trades, like right here in Excel. Right here, I've got a list of all my trades that I took for June. And Warrior was saying he's trying to figure out red dots and blue dots. These blue dots, that's the buy order. These are actually green, and those are red. Unless you're speaking of something else. Yeah, I reload on pullbacks. Yes, it does, Carol. What I do is time consuming unless you've got a trade tracker that tracks everyone and it can recompute the cost basis based on what you sold and what you just purchased 5 minutes ago. Yes, it does. It does make for a hectic tax day. But if you have a trade tracker, that does help out quite a bit. And you can purchase a trade tracker on your account. I just open up. I have a scanner by LTA right here. I just see something and I see it immediately and I look at the daily and I know what I want. I mean this scan just brings me daily bullish candles that have daily 10-minute uptrends. Okay. Let me show you this, Lloyd. Do you have the LTA scanner? So this is my 10-minute bull daily, three crossing the 8 right there. There was 37 of them today. All right. Right there. This is my scanner. I have all different kinds of scans. I have a lot of tools in my toolbox. And the reason I have a lot of tools because I'm accustomed to many trades. And I'll just take one and let me see if I can show you this right here. I'll put it over here, pop this open, and show you how it works because it's really kind of cool how this works. Let me make sure I'm on the right one. So I click on it and it brings it up. This is right there. It had a 3/8 cross over VWAP right there. And it had a daily bullish chart. So I go to the daily and you got to admit that's a daily bullish chart, right? Right there. So there's a 10-minute trend right up in there. Then I just click this one again. And these are, remember, this is stuff that started. This stuff probably triggered later in the afternoon. So here it crossed over VWAP right there on the last candle, They're not all like that where they're just underwater all day and then the last candle, but this one was underwater all day. This one I shorted, DLR. And then I covered. Here's an exhaustion candle. Sonny, if you're here, that's what an exhaustion candle looks like. It's like red machine trend all the way down into a big red bar. and then you've got a bull 180 right after that. Whoever was looking for an exhaustion, that would be an exhaustion right there. That was a beautiful 10-minute downtrend. If you look at that right there, see the space between the 3 EMA and the 8 EMA right there. You can see the space all the way down. Here's a cross up here. Here we had the cross below, and then it rises up over VWAP right there, DBX. So I can just scan through them. This would be a great 10-minute downtrend. I don't know how it got on the bull list. And bro wound up being very last minute. It crossed over right here. FNF. That crossed at the last minute. A lot of this stuff just crossed at the last minute. But this feeds me scans all day long. USO. See, now there's one right there. All right. See, the cross happens here. You get this igniting bar over VWAP. And if you manage this on the 15, and let's say you enter on this candle, you get to take it up from 67.29 till it crosses up here, up to $68. DTE is days till expiration. So I use this scanner, Lloyd, and it just, you can see all the scans I've got. It just feeds me scans all day long. And then I've got this special scan right here, which finds them in the pre-market. So this was kicking out scans in the pre-market like Schwab. See, like Schwab gapped down, I think, or gapped up. Let me see. SCHW. No, Schwab gapped up. Yeah, but it didn't run anywhere. That one didn't run anywhere, but there was one on there that did run that I did play first thing in the morning. It wasn't ENVX. It wasn't KRE. Probably fell off the list there. But this is the one I like early in the morning in the pre-market when I want to get ready for something. So like here's Teladoc. See, that one opened up way up here and then traded all the way back down. Well, last screen when you showed blue dots and sell dots. Oh, that one, CTLT. CTLT. Okay, so that's the blue dots are buys or cover, and the red dots are sells. Okay, so if you look at my P&L over here, let me just take this down for a second. And that LTA scanner, that's like having, you know, like an employee just bring you trades all day long. You know, he just brings you trades. It pays for itself. Okay, so here's you can see where I traded CTLT right here. See all these CTLT right there. And each one of these matches up with a blue dot or a red dot right there. So, you know, the people in my room see what I'm doing every single minute because they can see, well, he bought something. So he bought CTLT and he covered 5 shares. You know, they can see it everything all at once. I buy a position and I sell some off and I reload. I'm in a position, I sell some off and then I reload. In other words, if if some of them, if I'm able to cover some of my shares, so if I'm able to cover 40 shares, I can reload 40 shares. But if it's still going down, I'll reload 60 shares because I'm going to carry more down with me. So like down here at the bottom, I'm closing them out, and like here's 50. So I'm buying 5, selling 5, buying 5, selling 5. And then I'm closing them out. I'm trying to carry the majority of it with it and take profit on the way. You can get a trial for I think 24. I think you can get a trial for 24.50 right up here. If you scroll up in your chat, you come up here. This is the LTA scanner. You come up to the upper section up here. You got the LTA scanners up there. And then there's my YouTube. Go up a little further. And there's one for hit and run candlesticks, a trial. And I think it works out. If you put the promo code in, you get $24.50 for a month to hang out with me and the other people in the room. And the other people are better than me. I mean, they're fantastic. They're just cool people to hang out with. And they're a lot of fun too. So, I mean, you get entertained while you learn. Ed's there too. So here's $24.50 for a trial for 30 days. And then you can do a trial here for 30 days and then, go try somebody else's room for 30 days for $24.50. And then, try another person's room for $24.50. So there's 3 different rooms for the next 3 months for less than $100. You could have somebody feeding you trades. Well, not feeding you trades, but just sharing what they're doing right in front of you, right there. You just click on one of those links. Like, watch this. You click on my link right there. It'll open up a page. And there it is. And you put your promo code right in there. You got a promo code, put it right there. And it drops it down to $24.90, $24.50, I think, right there. Okay. And then if you like it and you want a longer subscription, you just ask Ed, hey, I want a bigger subscription. I want to stay in here longer. Just come in and see if you like it. Option positions, I've got some right here where I sold options. I bought options here. Right there. See, it says call 140 and then call 28. And then I share, in my room, here's my room. Like at the end of every day, if you're in my room, I share with you what positions I have in the morning. So, like this is what I got. This is what I'm selling. This is what I'm buying. I share my results on my calendar every single day. I share my calendar, my results, and then there's my account. Just open it up and you see what my account is right there. So I don't have winning days all the time, but I have more winners than losers. And you see my account grow right in front of you. Right there. So I share everything right here. All you can do is click on one of those. So that was my inventory coming into the morning right there. So when you're in my room, I share stuff like, You got an open gap here, an open gap there. This is my pivot this morning. It's 450.10. Above 450.10, I'm going to be a bull. Below it, I'm going to be a bear. That's why I tell you, early in the morning at like 8 o'clock, before anything even happens, I'm letting you know 450.10 is my pivot. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. And price moved up, so I was a bull all day. Yeah, like these I've got, you can see right here. This is my position for options. This is what I did today in options for profit. Right there. And right there. And then this is how much I lost. And this is how much I gained. But on one position, this one, where is it? QTRCT. This one right here. This one moved up 2000. So this one was underwater and it moved up. So as it moved up, I was getting out of it. So yeah, some of those short-term options and some of them are a little bit longer. You can see these are the expiration in the salmon color, Mike. See, this one expires in 3 days, so that'll be Friday. This one in 59 days. Gold, I already sold that off, 59 days. Like this one, I can go ahead and delete because I don't have any of these. How long do I hold options? Well, I've been holding. I did a fat finger trade on Builder, and I've been still holding it until I'm ready to close it out. No, on KRE 164. I hit the wrong one, and I still got it. I closed out the short side, and I'm holding the long side. Yeah. It's been going since the March crash. So I've been holding this one since March. You're in the group, and where do you find the portfolio on the notes? What do you mean, like this or this? Warrior. Which one? This? It's on screen all the time. This is on screen. I post this every single morning. I post my inventory right here every morning in the room. If you scroll up, right here's my account value. Now, to see what I trade, you got to be in the room to see everything I trade all day long. I mean, because it's gonna scan through. I can't keep every trade up there, but I mean, you can see me trade every single minute right there. And you go up a little further, and you'll see the same thing. There's my inventory from the day before, and then there's my calendar. I show you what my account value is at the end of the day. And this is my account value. I share it with you here. And this shows you all my profits and losses right here. So you got those are my profits. These are my losses. And then I have some over here too. Little profit, little loss right there. Is that what you mean, Mike? Or Warrior? Yeah, I share. It's in the inventory. It'll be up there. I haven't got a chance to do it. I was getting ready for this workshop. Yeah, I'm trading a live account. It's a demo account. All right. It's a demo account. It's live. Everything that I trade is available to you for you to take also. I hit the same bid and ask that you do. It's exactly like trading real money, but it's not. It's a demo account. What time do I post my option inventory? Those two were posted, I don't know, like, let's see, that one was posted that night for that option inventory. I'm going to post another one here tonight. I have a real account, JP. Yes. I do trade another account that's real in parallel with my demo account. Yes. This is to show you how I trade. Everything I show you here. This is so you watch me and you see how I trade. You get to see every single transaction right there at the same bid and ask that's available to you. I can post it anytime you want, really. I mean, it's no sweat off me to post my inventory. I post whatever I end up with at the end of the day or before the morning starts. You have a list of everything I got. I give everyone a list of what I'm holding before the day starts. Like right here, where is it? It's coming down right here. So that right there, those are my buys and sells with my account value. A little bit further, it's my calendar. And this is what I opened up this morning with right there. You can see I'm underwater on some of the stuff. I don't hide anything, not my losses, not my wins. Everything's there for everybody to see. Because the reason I let everyone see, because I want you to believe in the process. I want to show you that the process works. The process will work if you're disciplined to follow the process. So there's my inventory for the next day. Actually, this morning, right here. This is what I started out with. You see everything. I had 2,000 shares of this one, and I was underwater probably like $4,000. You get to see everything. Nothing's hidden because you need to believe in the process for it to work. So the only way for me to have you understand it is to share everything so that you believe in the process. This is all on a demo account, Don. Yeah, no, I'm posting this at night or in the morning. Either one, you're going to get a copy of it in my room. It's all done on a demo account. What do you mean? Do we just find it on the screen, not in the files, right? I don't understand. Yeah, that's very right, Rickster. You'd think I'm trading naked as much as I'm exposed here. Yeah, it's right up here in the alerts. You simply go up here into alerts. You can see it. It's right there. It's the same place I post my 5 bulls, 5 bears, everything. Same place you get Doug's morning prep video. Every time. It's all done right up there. And we do group trades too in my room. Yeah, it's not done. Can I show you an example of how I would set a trade? Yeah, I actually set a trade on CTLT today. I will show you how I did it and how I knew to close it out at that point. CTLT. All right. So while I was in this trade, Nan, I do a process called the measured move. All right. And from right here, I knew that this would probably be my bottom down here. And because we came into here and then we waffled right there. I call this the waffle, where they come down and then they pause. And it's before 1 o'clock and there's still half a day left. So on the first half, they carried it down to there. If we're in the waffle zone, I simply take my quad lines and I'm just going to zoom out to the 3, Nan, so you can see what I did. So I take the quad lines and I measure off the midpoint in there. It's hard to see. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. All right, so there's me zooming in. This is a 3-minute chart now, okay, on the waffle zone. So you can see right there. So from there, I'm going to zoom out. And I take my box. This is my point of origin. See where the move started? And I move it down to here, right down to the midpoint of the waffle zone. Okay? This is me working out a trade today. Then I duplicate this box. Okay? I duplicate it. Now I stack it right underneath. And Shazam, where's right here? That's where I want to take my profit and finish the trade. Is that pretty darn cool right there? Talk about nailing it right like that today. Here it is, the point of origin down to the waffle zone right here. This is the pause. This is the kind of stuff that you don't learn anywhere else. Here's the midpoint. I take the quad lines and slap it in there, find the midpoint, get the measured move, and then bam, right like that. You don't find that anywhere else. Just like that, from here to there. That's how you set a target. Rob, my account value started was 32,000 when I started in March. 32,000 back in March. I got all my calendars right here. Where are they? They're somewhere here. Here they are. Here's my April calendar. This is my account value as it goes up. Here's my May calendar. Now I'm up to 71,000 right there. That's May. Wait till you see June. Here's my June calendar. Remember, I left May with 71. And I closed out June with 144. You guys are funny. Yeah, yeah. You don't even want to think about that. It's right here on Carol. It's on TC 2000. Are you in the room, Mel? If you can go in the room, you just look up at the alerts. There's my option inventory. We did a group trade where I did something. Let me see what we did for the group trade. Let me close this out. I'll show you the group trade that we did. And here's our group account. And we took 50. We did a bull put spread on UNG, and we sold the 650s and bought the $6. Now, it's only good for like, $200. That's how much we made. See, 350 minus 150. So it's only good for $200, but it was a sure thing. I could see on UNG that that's where the support was at 650 if I zoom out. So I asked them if they wanted to take the trade. And I always ask everybody when we're going to take a trade. So I could see 650, we had support because wherever we got spikes up, that's going to be minor support right there. See it spikes up. So that's going to be minor support. So that's going to hold it up for a little bit. And you can see where price came down to that spike right here. I'm on a 4-hour chart and then bounced. And that's exactly what you want, is for price to bounce on minor support and make a new high. Problem is not making a new high, but it went up there today. And we only had like another penny of profit on 50 contracts. We just said, let's just take it. We had 3 days left. Why give it any more time? We had actually stripped out most of the profit from it. So that was the group trade on UNG. The other one we have is we took the SPY. The other one we took was the SPY, and that happened a couple days ago. Happened on the 14th. Okay, and what we saw on the 14th was, let me go to 15-minute chart so you can see it easier. And I'll show you what we had. We had a top here. You can see it right there, the little top right there. I'll just get this out of there. So we had a top right here. And I said, hey, guys, we just completed the measured move for SPY. And now we got a double top. You guys want to buy some puts, but hey, let's buy the puts for long term. So we got 63-day puts right here as a possible market drop back down. So the market went up. We're fine with it. We still got 59 days. There's nothing to worry about on that one. That was another one. So that was our setup for that one. Yeah, in that 10-minute trend, I'm telling you, that 10-minute trend over VWAP, you get something like, if you know that, precious metal, gold and silver is going to be hot because the dollar's tanking, and chip stocks are hot because the market's moving up right now on tech, and you find some like Intel or something AMD or something like that, those 10-minute uptrends, those things rock. When you find the right sector, those 10-minute uptrends over VWAP. Yeah. Thanks, Maureen. Rick's to you funny. Yeah, I did the group trade. Oh, Julie. Yes, that's thank you for the kind words. Yep, there it is. Yeah. Thanks. I'm glad you found it, Mel. Yeah, that was UNG. Thanks, Mel. Yeah, yeah, bull put credit spread. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, but it only profited $200, but it's like money in the bank. It was pretty easy. Yes, the VWAP is the standard settings VWAP, Carol. You can't move it around. All right, so now I want to make sure because it's 9:30. Okay, over here. Okay, my bearish trading plan. You can download it. It's a Word document. All right, right here. You can open it up in Microsoft Office Word. I think everybody has it. You can doctor this. The big point is I want you to try to use it every trade. If it's not working, it's a living document. You can change it. All right. All right. You don't have, this is not written in stone. Okay. You can change this document so that you can make money with it. This is how I make money. All right. But you can take this and you can change it to something that works for you. I know a lot of you don't have TC 2000, and I get it. I understand. But you can use other indicators in place of it. Some of you like the MACD, some of you like the relative strength indicator, some of you like some of the other stuff. Find an indicator that you can trust to give you good direction when you want to go long, and find an indicator that can give you good direction when you want to go short. And you can substitute that. Keep the FNGU. I'm telling you, that's a valuable one. I think you should keep the FNGU. At least try it out for a month and see if it's working for you. The T2122 and 2123, you could use the IWM. I mean, let's say you don't have T2123, okay? All right, what if, I mean, here's a broad index of the stocks. You could use the Russell 3000, but here's the IWM. This is the Russell 2000. So let's say you took the Russell 3000 instead. I don't know what that one is. I think is it IWT or IWN? IWN. No, that's 2000. 3000, IWV. All right, so here's IWV. All right, so if this is green on the 15, all right, this is like half the stocks in the New York Stock Exchange, the Russell 3000. I mean, couldn't that be a great representation of the T2123? You know, then this is green right here. So look at this, and let's go look at the Russell 3000 to see how closely it mirrors these last 2 days. And I want you to walk away here with something that you can count on. Okay, that's the most important to me. Is I want you to, when you leave here, you got something that you can use. And no, I don't have TC 2000 and you're feeling left out. That's not what I want you to feel like. But here we got green, 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 maybe one red right there, green, green, green all day. So we go back over to T2123. This is a 15-minute. So we're going to do a 15 on the T2123. And you got green, 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 one red, green, green, green. So you might think about, using that IWV instead. Okay, because you'll have kind of the same, you get kind of the same pattern there. Now this one was red there. And if we go back to T2123, I don't think we had red on that day. No, we didn't. We were just kind of flat that day right there. So it was close, but it's not exactly. You know what I'm saying? So think about that. You might want to use Russell 3000 because you'll get a broader index. And no, you don't have the T2123, but you can find something that might mirror the same patterns that it's printing out. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to leave here with something that's going to work for you. When I say I'm here to help, I really mean it. I'm here to help. I like to help people, and I want you to succeed, even if you're not part of my room. I'd really like you to be part of my room, but I just don't want to see you struggle anymore. I want you to succeed. I hope you become part of my room, but I want to help you. I want to help you get you on the right track. And part of it ends with a trading plan. Because let me tell you, you see all this zigzag motion? Okay, you know why they do that? You know what this zigzag lightning bolt motion is all about? This is how they take money from us. They don't want to get hit. It's like going to war. You ever go to war and the soldiers come back and they tell you, they run in a serpentine motion where they zigzag back and forth. They're doing the same thing. This is them trying not to get hit, taking your money. Okay? Because believe me, when the stock has been sold, okay, and is no longer, you don't need that guy anymore, the zigzag guy. Okay, when the stock is doing a buyout, notice all the zigzag is done. Okay, it's a flat line. You see that? There's no need to zigzag it anymore. It's already been bought. They don't zigzag it anymore. Okay, this is them trying not to get hit and take your money. That's how they operate. They're in there to take your money. And I want you to be prepared. And there's no better way to be prepared than by having a plan, because you're going in there against professionals that are good at taking your money. See, they don't need the zigzag. It doesn't serve them anymore. This has been sold. It's a flat line now. Notice that? All of this is to confuse you. All of that is just to confuse you and trick you. Oh, this is the high. Oh, this is too high. Oh, we're going higher. This is the bottom. Nope, we're going lower. All of this is to confuse you. Because after it's been bought out, notice there's no more zigzagging. It's a flat line from then on out. And that's the truth. That's the way it always operates. Twitter was the same way. Zigzagging until Twitter got bought out or taken private, and then it was a flat line. Oh, you're welcome, Carol. You're welcome, Raju. All right, traders, I'm going to call it a night. Unless you got some more questions, I'll be happy to. Thanks, Julie. I'll be happy to take a few questions before we wrap it up. Other than that, I'm going to call it a night. If you have a question, put it out there. Hey, Warrior, good to see you again. Yeah. Thanks, B12. All right. I'll see a lot of you at 8 o'clock tomorrow. And thank you for joining me here tonight on this this 2-hour adventure into trading plans. I appreciate y'all showing up. I really do hope I help you. Thank you, Ed. All right, traders, that's it. I'll see the most of you at 8 o'clock in the morning. All right. Everyone have a wonderful evening. Thank you for being here.